Hey guys, what's up, and welcome to the full review of the ACEPC AK1 mini PC. This has the J3455 10-watt processor, and let's see how good this device is. Alright, let's turn this bad boy on and see what we got. I find that startup for this PC itself is actually pretty fast. You'll see that as it starts up, it actually won't take too long. It takes maybe 20-30 seconds, which is really not too bad considering the hardware you got inside this box itself. And actually, it's actually even faster than that because it's pretty much ready to go right now. Yeah. Alright, so logged in a little bit. Let's look at the devices here. I have to say that there is a very big weakness in this PC itself, which kind of sucks, but I'll show you what I mean here. So disk drives, you have a Hynix HBG4A2 32 gig eMMC. I'll talk about the storage size later, but the speed of this drive is super bad. It's so bad that, here, I'm going to click on start. Watch how slow it takes to start up. That was pretty slow. And let's open Internet Explorer and you'll see how slow it takes as well. The experience here is just really not that great. Compared to even my Beelink S1, that one has a much better eMMC speed as well. And let's look at the Wi-Fi adapters here. Here you have Intel dual band AC3165, so that's great, but I do have an Ethernet plugged straight into the device itself. Alright, so talking about this drive here, or not one drive, it's a 32 gigabyte hard drive, and to be honest, you don't really have much space left. I have absolutely nothing on this except for Google Chrome, and I have 4 gigabytes left. That's pretty much nothing, which kind of sucks because really 64 gigabytes is the bare minimum you should have for a hard drive. 32 gigabytes, it's just too little and really too late as well. So it's so little that it's actually a big pain point if you are thinking of buying this ACE PC. With 32 gigabytes, you should probably get at least a 64 gigabyte version here. Let's look at performance in Edge, and I gotta say that performance in Edge is pretty good. Obviously, starting it up is not that great because of how slow the eMMC is, but once it's already in, then you should be okay. For example, look at this. I'm gonna go to youtube.com and you'll see that the performance is definitely pretty good. Alright, so as you can see, it's actually pretty good, and I keep on getting this watch YouTube videos with Chrome. No thanks. Let's continue that. Let's play something here. Alright, so let's watch something that is less heavy in terms of visuals, and let's just listen to the sound. I have a pretty sick sound setup, and I didn't have to set up anything, and it just works, so that's good. Alright, let's watch something that you can actually see. This is currently on 4K resolution. This is not a 4K clip, but I will show you one later. Let me just show you this one over here.
We return now to the Presidential Poetry Slam Q&A.
This is bird's eye. There was always parts of birds in our ice cream, such as a little bird's eye.
Alright, let's see how well it handles 4K. As you can see right now, frame rate is pretty good. I can still detect a little bit of lag between the frames, but it's gradually getting better and better. Just look at how clear that little colorful chameleon is. Just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, so this can definitely handle rendering and playing back YouTube 4K on Microsoft Edge. And I'll show you in a little bit playing back 4K on Chrome, and it will definitely not do as well. You know what? Even on 1440p, it has some trouble. So let's go right onto that right now. Why is it so smooth? That is weird. It was laggy when I tested it out, but now it's okay. Let me double check the resolution, because it definitely looks like 4K. Look at the detail on the bird's feathers and beak. Yeah, so it's definitely 4K, and I'm surprised that it's able to handle 4K streaming, because it was not able to maybe a little while ago, which is a little bit strange. So I think it was just an issue with the software before, because now it's able to. I guess it just needed some time to catch up. But yeah, so the Celeron J3455, I guess it turns out, is able to do 4K on Chrome and Edge as well, because it is a 10-watt processor. So I guess if you do want to play 4K, then this will do it, because you definitely cannot do it on an Apollo Lake N3450 processor. Let's look at the performance of this while scrolling through Chrome, which is a fairly heavy website, and it's actually pretty good, which is nice. And as you can see, scrolling's it's pretty good, even though it's a pretty heavy website. Let's go to something else that's even heavier, which is TheVerge.com. This site is incredibly graphic heavy. Let's try. Oh, it's not bad actually on Chrome, which is pretty good, because it's definitely laggier on the Celeron N3450, which is to be expected, because that's a 4 watt TDP. This is 10 watt, so really no problem here. All right, and here I have GIMP open, and I'm going to show you how fast this thing can process the image. I'm going to turn up the brightness and contrast on this eagle over here, and you'll see that it takes very long, right? You can see that it is clearly rendering each line by itself. Granted, this is a fairly big picture. It's, I think, 3,000 by 3,000, so it's definitely not your average desktop picture as well. So let me see. Let's try a blur effect. Gaussian blur, 50 to 54. Let's see. So as you can see, it's taking a little bit of time, maybe like 4, 5, 6 seconds to apply the Gaussian blur. Not actually too bad, I have to say, but I will say that this is not a powerful device. It's more powerful than an Apollo Lake processor, but it's definitely not something that you're going to be using for, heavy photo editing, video editing, or even gaming, which is a little bit sad. So my final thoughts on the ACEPC is that I would probably say go with a B-Link AP3450, but if you do want to buy a 10 watt processor, then you probably should go with the 64 gigabyte version instead of the 32 gigabyte version, because that's really not enough. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.